Hello again everybody, and welcome back to my exploration of the Conjuration skill tree using the Ordinator perk overhaul. So, I think we were going to move on to the bound bow this time, weren't we? Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. We do have one perk to use. Where's my archery skill? I think I always blow right by it, don't I? There we go. So right at the end of level 25, really close to level 26. I've already gone ahead and taken the 2 archery mastery perks. We're still very low level, so there's not a whole lot that's really even available to us right now. Clean kill is you do 20% more damage to a target at full health. Honestly, we're probably not going to get a whole lot of opportunity to launch an attack and be the first one to hit with our bow. Maybe. We'll have to take a look at that. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take it because I think we're going to be doing some sneaking. I know. Sneaky archery. Everybody's seen it a million times, but I think Boethia wants us to do sneak a little bit, and she's kind of pushing us in that direction because of my new enchanted gear. So I have some new stuff here. We have the artillery helm, I'm calling it, which it brings on the cheat, or it brings along with it from the previous helm of the protector that I was using and the circlet of the protector. I don't see where that is. Oh yeah, right here. It is the cheat death enchantment. That the farther below a quarter of your health that you get, the less damage you take from enemies. So we're still using that, but now instead of the restoration fortification, we are fortifying our archery skill. So now bows do 50% more damage. The reason I took that on the helm and not the boots is because that enchantment, the Fortify Archery enchantment, is not available on the boots. So I had to take something else there. Here, I'm still taking the faster stamina regeneration on the feet. But the only other enchantment that I could find on there that really made any sense was the sneak enchantment. So, Boethia wants us to do sneak attacks and kill innocent people, which we've been not doing a good job of lately. But she also wants us to do sneak attacks, so we're going to do that with the bow. At least as much as we can. There's only so sneaky that we can be with a bunch of glowing, flaming, static discharging minions following us around. Not to mention the Dremora Lords who are just spouting constant, just talking crap the entire time at the top of their lungs. And then finally we have the artillery gauntlets here. So this is pretty much doing the same thing that our gauntlets were doing before. We're getting our heavy armor buff there, and bows are doing 50% more damage. Now also, with the skill increases that we've had in the last couple of episodes, our heavy armor skill is up to, well, effectively 155. It's higher than that in reality, but in gameplay, it's being capped at 155. Progression, it's still going, but at skill level 155 in heavy armor, we are now touting an armor rating of 506. But when we cast Ebony Flesh, that should increase it another 100 levels. So we have an armor rating of 606, which is above the cap of 567. So we are capped right now. We are doing 80% physical damage reduction incoming. So that's good. That's going to help a lot for survivability. Not that we're going to need it with the bound bow now, but it'll be nice to have for sure. And I went ahead and updated my hotkeys so that I am now pulling out a bound bow instead of a bound battle axe. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? I don't know what to do this episode. I know I'm having this problem a lot lately, aren't I? So, okay, I got two things that we can do this episode. Why don't we go to the Forsaken Cave? We'll do the White File stuff over here. And maybe we'll go to Geirman's Hall after this. And get the third piece of the Galder Amulet. Sorry, I've been playing a lot on my alchemy character, trying to get him ready for showtime, and I have this overwhelming urge to forage every single alchemical ingredient that I see. Okay, let's I'm considering taking on less minions on this at this point, just because it's going to be hard to hit stuff with a bow if there's so many minions chasing all over the place, and it's going to be harder for us to actually sneak up on anybody. You know what? I got an idea. Let's experiment a little bit with some of the apocalypse summons. Avenging Wraith now. Conjure Battle Mage. Lower ranking Battle Mage. I'm guessing these are Dremora Battle Mages? Anyway. Dremora Champion. Dremora Honor Guard. Dremora Lord. Dremora Mentor. Dremora Pit. Wasn't there a Dremora Assassin? I thought there was a Dremora Assassin. They might be sneaky enough for us to land some sneak attacks. Let me see. Did I just miss it? Yeah, there it is. I wonder if Finis Jester over at the College of Winterhold just didn't have that in stock when I bought all these. Alright. We can go ahead and console that in here. 8A03D5B8. There he is. Conjure Dremora Assassin. There we go. That helps. Okay. So let's summon, I don't know, 2 or 3 of those. Let's start with 2 and see how that works out. And those will be our minions for... Oops, that's not right. I gotta hotkey them. Those will be our minions for this little stint at least. Oh, that's a two-hander. This must be a master level spell. Now, I don't feel too bad about losing the restoration fortification off of the helmet, because I realize... Oh, those are cool looking, huh? You guys are tall. We don't have our head tracking on. There we go. Okay, cool. So, looks like we're in business. We'll start with 2, I think we said. And then move on to 3 if we have to. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over to Forsaken Cave. Sounds ominous, right? We got a troll out here now, huh? Oh man, they move fast. I didn't even get a chance. Man, these guys are wicked. Let's try to be sneaky. So we do have a sneak fortification on our boots, and then the Ebony Mail actually has a muffle enchantment to it. Yeah, muffles movement. So we should be alright, even though we're all in heavy armor. Seems a little ridiculous to be sneaking around in heavy armor, but hey. Daedric Lords are not always reasonable or reasonable or entirely sane, I guess. Sorry, it took me a long time to finish that statement. I was really, I don't have any of the steady hand perks or anything yet, so, yeah, it takes a little bit of concentration to hit a moving target. So I don't have anything that makes it any easier. Man, these Dremora assassins are pretty wicked, right? They move so quickly. I've only seen them in action for like just a couple seconds at a time, but do a lot of damage with their bows, that's for sure. I think we're gonna need some Night Eye here, dealing with these dark corridors, especially to make sure we don't step on any traps. They don't seem to be sneaking, though. I figured that they would be a little more stealthy, but they don't seem to be crouching over. Figured that since they were assassins, they would have a high sneak rating, but they don't even seem to be trying. Okay, we got to level up. It looks like our damn minions are taking all the fun, taking all of our archery skill increases away from us. Now, the other part of this sneak thing is we don't have any perks, so we're not getting a whole lot of help from ourselves with the whole sneakiness thing, but we seem to be doing alright, I guess, for a low sneak level and no perks. These guys definitely aren't helping, but that's alright. That sound is terrifying. Now, I don't think it's the Dremora assassins either. I think it has something to do with the armor, maybe. Because we've been hearing that noise in previous episodes too lately. And the only thing I can think that has such a major change is this Zim's version of the Ebony Mail. Grand Soul Gem filled too. I don't know why, but I am strangely attracted to these demons. I'm a little worried about what that says about me as a person and as a man. But, you know, I think anybody who posts their gameplay on YouTube with their own voice and everything probably has a severe lack of shame to begin with, so there you go. You know I'm into 7 feet tall, sexy demons. But who isn't, though, really? I don't know why I'm taking these ingots. I really don't need them. Alright, archery all the way up to 81. Yeah, I'm definitely going with these progression rates for future exploration series. We still have a necromancy one that I need to round out the rest of the conjuration skill tree, and then I do plan on doing one of these for every one. So yeah, and then once we're done with Ordinator, may as well move on to Valkyrie, right? I have really not done a whole lot of exploration with Valkyrie, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I don't know if I have that Black Ice enchantment yet. all 3 words? Oh, I love it. That perk was so worth it. What perk was that called? It was a level 100 perk in the heavy armor tree. So we'll go ahead and level up here. That perk is called Face of the Mountain. Excellent. And we barely took any damage from that guy too. Ooh, these guys are leaving behind Daedric arrows. Oh yeah, may as well just go ahead and grab some archery perks while we're at it. Here we go. I do really want Steady Hand. May as well take both of them there. Hunter's Discipline, don't need to worry about that at all because of our unlimited arrows we have through our bound bow. Trick arrow is the same, we're not really worried about that. Hunt Together, as we've determined before, these spirit minions that pop up as part of these weapon perks, they count toward your minion maximum, so they're not really worth it for this build type, I suppose. Ranger might be nice. Focus on the prey. Cannot be staggered while holding a drawn bow or that's helpful too. Lion's Arrow, this is the one we're really going for. This is maybe my favorite perk in the entire game, right up there with Spellscribe. It allows you to hook up a dual casted spell to every time you shoot a fully drawn arrow. So this is going to be awesome. In the Aralas series, we do a lot of alteration and restoration spells hooked up to this. I'm excited to kind of hook up destruction spells to it and see how that works. So we'll definitely be taking these. Quick Shot is also a complete requisite. As is this one. Don't really care about Hawkeye just because we're going to be... Hawkeye and Snipe I'm not really too concerned about just because we're going to be shooting a little frenetically. The pace is going to be high, much like I play Aralas. We're going to be in the mix of it, trying to stay around our minions because we all feed off of each other. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we're definitely leveling up at a nice, decent clip here, so we'll get a shot at all of them, I think. I do also want to flesh out the sneak tree a little bit more, just because we're way too discoverable as it is right now. Archery all the way up to 99, huh? That's pretty cool. I think Dremora are very resistant to fire, so I'm not too worried about them stepping on that stuff. There is a chest over here. Yeah. Jeez, what level am I now? Like 120 something, and they're still giving me iron swords and chests. Leveled list my ass. Man, they're just not even flinching at this stuff, are they? Oh, and I'm also taking linen wraps because the alchemy character that I'm playing uses them for bandages. It's ridiculous. I can't play 2 different characters at a time without getting them confused in my muscle memory. Okay, now I think there are some undead douches up there. Oh. Nice shot, if I do say so myself. I can thank Aralos for that. He's given me the training. 2 more dudes in here. Oh no, just the one. The other dead dude has been re-deaded. Nope, nope, that one's dead too. Okay. Moving right along. Followers are still here, at least one of them anyway. Oh yeah, there they are. Skill progression is really great, but level progression is a bit slow at this point, and I think mostly we have to blame our enormously high level for that. The higher level that you get, the more and more skill levels it takes to get an overall level up. Sadly. I just wanted to make sure here that my lantern was not turned on, which it is not. Got a kill cam, but no released arrow. Bow got bugged. Oh, he sees us now. Now we're in for it. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not actually in for it. I don't know why I took all of those. I probably didn't need any of them. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? We just got a level up, so we'll take that. Let's see what else we can get. Quick shot. So now it is a lot quicker to fully draw our bow. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Look, we're already halfway to the next level. Once we're through this, I am going to see what kind of other summons we have to mess around with. There's I think a Weeping Dremora or something that we can try out, along with some other ones. We've been sticking with vanilla summons this whole time, so I think now that we're kind of getting to the end of this, maybe a good time to branch out a little bit and look and see what else we can do. I know. Some terrifying noises coming from somewhere. I want to see the description of this Dremora Assassin. Summons Dremora Assassin for a lot of seconds. Its arrows reduce targets below 250 health to 1 for 10 seconds. Alright, that's pretty strong. Bet these things would be killer against dragons. And another level up, don't mind if I do. We can take that third rank of steady hand, which is good. Quick shot was important. Attack 8% faster with bows and crossbows for 10 seconds after shooting a fully drawn bow or crossbow in combat. So now do I want to slow time a little bit more, or do I want to... I think I want to draw my bow faster. And I think now would be a good time to start taking this branch too so we can get up to Lion's Arrow. Alright, let's keep it going. No, they're not going to be fazed by that. Oh, there's Cure All Mill. Is that everybody? She's still acting like there's someone else. Oh, looks like she finished him off. Okay, cool. So that went pretty well, I think. Honestly, though, this archetype for a conjurer is probably the most straightforward, and it's pretty wicked looking. Probably the most straightforward and really effective of all of them that we've been dealing with. I mean, what is possibly going to work better in this game than having some super powerful minions to tank for you while you just take pot shots at them with an arrow? It's just really hard, if not impossible, to beat. Especially when you throw some sneakiness into the mix. It's just like the crane kick in Karate Kid. If do properly, no can defense. Wise words by Mr. Miyagi. Whole bunch of nice alchemical ingredients in here. I really don't think we're... I know I've gone back and forth several times on whether or not I was going to take on alchemy with this character, but I really don't think I have to. I say as I take a whole bunch of alchemical ingredients. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'm not here for the alchemical stuff or the white file, really. I am just here for the levels. Okay, ladies, it's been fun, but I'm really not looking for a relationship right now. Maybe someday. I still got your number. Oh, crap. Can I not? Okay. Man. That would have been weird if I started that awkward conversation and had no way out of it. Oh, boy. Alright, so this is good. I don't know. Should we do another dungeon clear? Why not? Let's do another dungeon clear. I really don't want to have to do more than another episode after this one before I kind of close down this series. So this episode might be a little longer just as I level everything up, trying my hardest to flesh out the archery skill tree. So yeah, let's just keep going. We'll go do Geirmund's Hall and get the third piece. Do I have 2 pieces of... Yeah, I do. The amulet fragments. There's lots to be done in those quests. Usually feature a lot of drawn-out battles with lots of Draugr and stuff like that, so we can continue with that. But first, let's see what other kind of nastiness we can summon up here. Craft Lord. Dwemer Sage. Interesting. I wanna... Connor is more of a Daedra summoner than he is anything else. So I wanna kinda check these out. Let's see, we still got a Dremora champion. When it lands a power attacks, it can knock targets airborne, which is kind of cool. Honor Guard reduces enemy magic resistance, which is awesome. We're not doing a whole lot of magic stuff yet until we get Lion's Arrow anyway. Dremora Mentor, I was really curious to see how this works. Does not fight, but offers training in the chosen school, and the school improves 20% faster. Hey, how about that? Let's give that a shot, huh? See if he'll train us up in some archery or some sneak. Oh, Magicka schools. Alright. I don't know what we're lowest on. Maybe illusion? Yeah, he can't train us beyond 100 though. Alright. Dismissed. Wish we knew about him earlier, though. Alright, who else do we have? A Pit Fighter. Gains 25% extra damage for each nearby enemy. Interesting. Hern. Summons a Hernia. It is accompanied by 3 spirit wolves under its command. Kirkrim summons the Daedric Wolf Mount Kirkrim for 2,500 seconds. Interesting. Lord of Bindings. It does not fight, but rapidly summons churls in combat. That sounds kind of cool. Another Lich. Inflicts damaging disease, lowers skill levels, and raises the dead. We'll keep this one in mind for our necromancy playthrough. Weeping Daedra. It steals a large amounts of health with its magical attacks, but turns to inert and brittle stone when an enemy looks at it. That sounds awesome. Let's play with this just a little bit here. Necro Witch. Man, that sounds interesting too. I really can't wait for this necromancy playthrough now. Alright, so Weeping Daedra. Well, this is gonna take a while. This also seems like a master level two-handed. Oh no. It is just a one-handed level spell, but it takes a ton of magicka to cast. We'll start with 2 of them, I suppose. Okay. Off to Gyreman's Hall. Gyreman's Hall? I don't know how to pronounce that. Some really funky words in the land of Skyrim. Ooh, we're hungry. So let's eat something. We'll have some beef stew, some juniper berry crostata, maybe some cheese. Ooh, the last of our wine. That's not good. You know what? It might be the Sotha Sil's Maelstrom. So this will give us a definitely significant chance to level up our archery ability. Okay, so this might be a quick experiment with these Weeping Daedra. Because one swipe from that bear and she was toast. She didn't get to turn into stone fast enough, I guess. Summon, conjure, Weeping Daedra. There we go. It's definitely a cool concept. It's going to take some practice to come up with a strategy that actually works for these guys, though. Let's go ahead and favorite that because we might need to summon her back up again. Okay, getting sneaky. I'm actually not sure if we're maxed out on our Conjuration skill yet either. Oh, they're kind of cool. They're creepy, right? Kind of remind me of the Doctor Who monsters that couldn't move at you if you were looking at them. Those things are creepy. Also, anybody who has watched Legion recently, the Time Eaters, man, those things are creepy too, and they kind of had the same little motif going on where you couldn't actually see them move. It was just kind of like a strobe effect. Okay, let's keep this going. Cannot be staggered. Alright, one more level away from getting Lion's Arrow, and then we can start doing some really interesting things with our bow shots. Plate Curious or Cuirass. Is that how you pronounce it? I know what's her name in Windhelm, Oengal's little apprentice that is obsessed with Ulfric. She pronounces it Cuirass. In my head, I've always called it a cuirass, and it sounds way too similar to curious. So I am inclined to follow the girl in Windhelm. It's a little awkward to say for some reason. I don't really know why. There we go. That actually works pretty well, trying to get our enemies to be monkey in the middle, so they have to either face us or the Weeping Daedra. Seems to work pretty well. Just take some creative flanking, which is alright, I don't mind that. Creative Flanking is the name of my indie band. And it looks like we lost a Weeping Daedra. Let's get rid of her. Let's try something else. Let's see. Dremora champions? Yeah, sure, why not? These guys are going to be just a little more straightforward. What do these guys do? What's the description on this? Its power attacks deal bonus damage and knocks targets airborne. That might be kind of a fun combo if we could pull it off, is having the Dremora knock an enemy into the air and then we kind of shoot it like skeet shooting with our bound bow. That would be pretty cool. Like I said, if we can pull it off. I mean, steady hand makes it a little easier if we can slow time and zoom in. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We are looking for some clues on how to unlock this business. I feel like there's a book or something somewhere that we're missing. Okay, so I just had to look it up on the fandom wiki. I must be... what I suspect happened is one of the Death Lords, when they shouted, they blew the book away somewhere. And I can't seem to find it. It might be like behind this table, or it might have fallen into the ground, or something like that. So I think what the order is, let me double check the order. I think it's bird, whale, snake, whale. That is indeed what the order is. So we got bird and we have whale already. And we have snake. And then whale. And this should allow us to open this crate when we flip the switch. Very good. There we go. Better than messing around with it. I forgot to sneak. Man. That was cool. I don't think I actually ended up hitting him while he was in the air, but came close. I think it's doable. Now what's interesting to me is whether or not this quest will trigger the next stage when we beat, what's his name? It's not Jirik, it's not Mikrul, it's somebody else. Who's shooting at us? Oh, it must be coming from up there. Yeah, there he is. Where'd you go, buddy? Lots of heavy armor skill increases. I like it. Gonna need a lot more. There we go. Finally dead. Alright, now we can move on. Yeah, I'm interested to see whether the next stage in this quest will fire off when we kill this third guy and get the third... and get the third fragment of the amulet. I didn't mean to do that. Hopefully it does, so that we can continue the quest without having to go all the way back to, what was it, Fulganther? Trying to read that stupid message, which I think I did. I just think it's stuck. I might have to do a manual set stage command on that. No bigs. Oh yeah, I should be sneaking. I forgot. This is one of my least favorite boss fights in the entire game. Because he's up on these pillars and he kind of clones himself, and he's got this kind of wicked bow that he fires at you the entire time. But he also clones himself. Ouch. So you're being peppered by all of his clones, and it's really hard to tell which is the true boss and which is just a clone. All the whole while, he's got all three words in the Boost Rodash shout, so he's just keeping you stun locked pretty much the entire time, because the boss himself can do it to you, but so can all of his clones, which is a pain in the ass. There's nothing down in there. I didn't want to get stuck in that hallway when they triggered that that pressure plate. Okay, here we go. Here is the real pain. Alright, we got a quick save in there. Let's get down here and do it. Sigdis is his name. And it begins. Helps if you can stay hidden, that's for sure. Ooh, we're going through stamina like crazy. Good thing we have that, regeneration enchantment on our boots. I think there is some kind of visual clue on which one is the real one. But if there is, it's really, really subtle. And I can't really tell the difference between the real ones and the clones really at all. Writ of Sealing. Yeah, doesn't look like it triggered the next stage in the quest, so we're gonna have to do some troubleshooting on that. I'll try to get that done off camera between this episode and the next one. Let's see here. There we go. Now we can see. There's a skill book up there. Two-handed? That helps. Staff of Flesh? Sounds wildly inappropriate. What does that thing do? Spend 22 stamina per second to heal a damaged conjured minion for 22 points per second. Okay. Alright. I don't know where my Dremora champions went, but hopefully they just got stuck on the terrain somewhere. Otherwise we'll have to just conjure up some new ones, I guess. Not a big deal. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Okay, how are we doing on our level progression here? We do have some that we can use. Great, so we have 2 perks, which should just get us to Lion's Arrow. Okay, that's good, and we have an extra one, actually. I can take the 3rd rank in Steady Hand. I don't need any of this stuff up here. Crippling Shot, Pinning Shot. Slows a target within 25 feet by 10% for 20 seconds. That would help. Pinning Shot, you can stagger them. That would also help. Beak and Talon. Your shots disrupt targets within 25 feet, disarming them if they are power attacking and knocking them down if they are staggered. Perfect Aim. Bows deal 25% more damage if the shot strikes a target within 2 seconds after the bow is fully drawn. Crossbows deal triple damage to targets with 20% or less health remaining. Okay, so there are a few over in this branch that will be worth taking. I do like Snipe if we're going to be taking the sneaky route. Because pretty much anybody you sneak attack are targets that you haven't shot within the past 10 seconds. At least that first sneak shot. The first sneak attack, anyway. And any weapon enchantments applied by the shot are twice as effective. We don't really care about that. Hawkeye, not going to use it. Snipe might work. And let's see, I also wanted to check out where I'm at with my favor of Boethia. 32.5%. Okay, so the sneak attacks are helping. I think we're only at like 22% earlier. Okay. So I think that about does it for this episode. Let's see, we still do have one Dremora champion left. It looks like the other one must have bitten it somewhere. These guys look pretty cool too. I'm not as attracted to these guys as I am the assassins, but yeah, well, what are you gonna do? They can't all be sexy AF, right? Alright, so yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna stop now before things get even weirder. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. It looks like we are well on our way for fleshing out this archery tree. I would like 1, 2, 3 more perks, and then we'll be done with this tree. And yeah, so I think just one more episode will do it. I was thinking about maybe trying to go through this this sneak tree a little bit, but I'm not really feeling it for this build, you know. Just doing it for Boethia, I guess. We'll see. I think I'm going to call next episode the last episode, regardless of where we end up with the sneak tree. I will make sure that we get through the archery tree and get a chance to use it a little bit before I call an end to that episode, though. So it might be a little bit of a longer one. I'm not sure how long this episode's going to be once I edit it and everything, but this one feels like it might have been a little longer. That's alright. We're getting close to the end. Grand finale type thing, you know. Okay, so until next time, take care, and I will see you then. Bye.